everyone, and welcome back to Clangen. This is year 1 of Summitclan. We went over year 0 last time, introduced the cats and their general personalities, and now we're going into year 1. Odenstar had a pretty uneventful year in the first half, but the second half was definitely a little more rough for him. He ended up getting bit by a venomous snake that ended up taking his first life, and then in I believe it was Moon 10, he ended up getting yellow cough, which he still has at the end of the year. So yeah, while he did great with assigning apprentices and warriors and stuff in the first half of the year, he's not feeling too great at the end. Now on to Waspfern, who honestly nothing really happened with. She developed a crush on Splinter Whisker, but it hasn't really gone anywhere yet. It's mostly just one-sided for now. Honestly, yeah, other than that, she's just been doing her basic job as deputy and as a warrior, assigning patrols, going on those patrols. Uh, yeah, that's really all I have to say about her. Stone Speck had a more interesting year, gaining an apprentice in Lightpaw, who you can see on the screen right now. He also ended up getting his leg sprained at the end of the year, so he's not really happy about that. But so far his training of Lightpaw has been different levels of successful. With herbs, he seems to understand great, but has trouble connecting with StarClan. He also feels incredibly close to Lightpaw, but it's obvious to pretty much everyone, including him, that the apprentice does not feel the same way, and is kind of in an emo phase right now. But Stonefeck is handling it the best he can. Oh, he also ended up getting stung by a bee while getting catnip. I just found that funny. Lightpaw is now an apprentice, although he is actually an adult at this point, under Stonespeck. He was interested in the stars and myths of the clan, so that's why he chose the position, and though unfortunately he doesn't seem to be connecting with the ancestors well, as on a patrol, Jayosh got a new vision while he didn't, and he became pretty jealous pretty quickly. Other than that, he kind of just hopes to become a full medicine cat soon and for Stonespeck to leave him alone, because he's not really close with anyone in the clan and doesn't really feel like he fully belongs there, but he wants to help out. He wants to be his full role. On to Jayosh and Current Stripe. I forgot to record the former's recording, so I apologize. Not much happened with them, though. Jayosh has formed a crush on Current Stripe, but that's really the most important thing she's done this year outside of gaining the vision that Lightpaw was jealous of, which will be revealed in year 2. But yeah, they didn't really do much other than congratulating their apprentices on becoming warriors and just hanging out and occasionally going on patrols. I will state that Jayosh, particularly with her crush, it's a pretty big one. Like, she full on loves Current Stripe. She feels very close with him. She feels secure with him. And I feel so bad because, like, he kind of feels kind of similar with the platonic and Kira feelings, but not all with romantic. I feel so bad. On to Beechcrash and Ravenpond, who are now warriors. I also forgot to record the full ladders recording again. But yeah, they've had a pretty interesting year. Beechcrash found an abandoned kit by the Thunderpath and took him in as an apprentice a couple months later. And Ravenpond almost got hit by a monster at the end of the year, so that was a scare. They both have crushes on each other, but they also both have crushes on Stonespeck, which I find hilarious. I I have no idea why Stonespeck is kind of a heartthrob. I think other cats have a crush on him as well. But yeah, they've overall had a good year outside of Ravenpond at the end almost getting hit by a monster. I can't wait to see where their story goes because I think they're some of the most interesting cats in the clan right now, to be honest. Next up, we have Fringe Speckle, who was found on the Thunderpath by Beechcrash. He hasn't really had an eventful life outside of that, to be honest. Uh, he feels kind of close with his mentor and somewhat older brother figure, Beechcrash, though, and is kind of starting to get along with Ravenpond. But other than that, he's struggled a bit to find friends in the clan. Uh, he is a responsible cat. Uh, Mostly, I think, honestly, his mentor is kind of responsible for that because there is no way Raven Pond or most of the other cats would have taught him that. But yeah, that is Fringe Speckle. Can't wait to see what he gets up to in the future. On to Lichen Call, who, as an elder, hasn't really done much. She's told stories to the kids and apprentices and has generally kept morale going in the clan when some of the cats' lives have sucked, but she's an old lady. She doesn't have to do much, so she doesn't. I will say she does have a crush on Splinter Whisker as well, although I don't really see that going anywhere. I think it's just a completely one sided thing, and that's fine. Now on to Splinter Whisker, who immediately retired as soon as they all settled into camp, which I find hilarious. Uh, but yeah, surprisingly, she is enjoying her life as an elder. I think because she gets to just chill, yet also spread her morals and such to the younger generations, which I think is probably the best place for her. She's too old to be showing her fighting skills, except for occasional battle training with the kids, of course. Anyway, yeah, that is it for Clangen. So I hope to see you next time in year 2, which has a lot of drama already. Um, so yeah, hope to see you then.